More problems for Opendoor, more problems for open houses, more problems for everything. Hey everybody, Scott Walters, buckle up, strap in. I got a hard-hitting, pull no punches, no sugarcoating, and no rainbows, no sunshine. Just gonna give it to you and give it to you straight. We got a good one to unpackage today. Buckle up and strap in. Hold on to your hats and glasses as we blow the lid off another hot topic, my friends. The health and the fitness of the U.S. housing market. Everything hinges on it. If we lose it, my friends, we lose everything. It's a vacuum that takes the economy along for the ride. Well, today we're going to get a pretty good temperature check. Throw a dart at an economic map and you can hit an issue threatening the U.S. housing market. Yet I continue to see people minimizing the severity of the waters we're swimming in now. But the realities are this: the cat is clearly out of the bag. We've identified the top of the biggest artificially created housing bubble ever produced in world history. And historically, anytime a bubble has formed with the U.S. housing market, or any housing market probably with any country, they've crashed 100% of the time. So anybody saying no crash risk here probably just wants to sell you a house, has financial gain, drank the economic Kool-Aid themselves, and are underneath staggering amounts of service debt. Service debt. I mean, service debt is what I wanted to say. Service death is more closer to the truth. But today we're going to talk about open houses are now empty houses. And they're not, you shouldn't even call an open house anymore. Just call it an empty house. Hey, John, what's going on? Oh, I'm holding an empty house again this weekend. Last weekend produced 0 people. And you see, that's what I've always said. When it comes down to the psychology of people and the psychology of sales, we saw the FOMO. That was just a psychological warfare placed on the population when there was a limited inventory, agents thinking that somehow this was normal. No, it wasn't normal. You were deemed an essential worker and allowed to go work in a limited inventory environment. Interest rates were low, providing the narrative it's a good time to buy, and bidding wars took place. We've never seen bidding wars over appraised values, bring money to the table, beg for an opportunity to overpay for a house. I don't even like letting my customers pay asking price. Do you think it sat with me well seeing them overpay, sticking their neck that far out, where one hiccup in the economy or their lives could throw them into a tailspin and they'd be dragging a depreciated asset along for the ride? That's why I've always said I'm willing to put you on the sidelines as an active agent and earn your business later. This is a real estate bubble. I'm saying it. I'm saying what you've all been thinking, but nobody in the industry has the guts or willing to admit, or they're simply in denial. First step of getting past the problem, admit there's a problem. Second step is acceptance. If you can't accept the situation, you're stuck in denial, and it's my job, my friends, to blow the lid off of all of that. Listen, man, I work in the most euphoric part of our country, an episode of $1 Million Listing. A playground for the rich and famous, a dogfight, a showdown at the OK Corral when it came to working in real estate. What I saw was nothing short of bubble behavior in its purest form. So it gives me great pride and pleasure to come report this to the masses the way we've been doing. If you're new, please subscribe. Subscribe yesterday. There's never been a more important time in history to get centered and surrounded with like-minded people. Iron will sharpen iron, my friends. We're going to sharpen some iron today. Be greedy when others are fearful. Fearful when others are greedy. When greed swept these markets, that's when some of us said, I'm going to practice a little healthy fear right about now. Well, now fear and panic is being ushered in intentionally. A recession, not an unfortunate byproduct of inflation, intentionally is being ushered in, attacking the job market, the health and the fitness of our economy. Throw a dart at an economic problem map and you're going to hit something that's threatening us at the moment. But one of the shocking indicators for me, and I'm pretty sure for you as well, you see, when you see these iBuyer programs or companies, the Opendoors, the Zillows, the Redfins, you name it, any real estate company, they only did well in a bubble environment. And that's why you saw Zillow auction block a lot of homes, took a haircut. We're out. We're not even going to play with fire. We've seen this movie before. Zillow is probably the biggest real estate website out there. They've been around for a long time. They tarnished their own reputation because they drank the Kool-Aid, but then they got out. Well, Opendoor is stuck in these markets holding empty houses, going through price reductions, and they're going to take a haircut too. Well, we can look at the performance of their stock, which is on the stock exchange, and anybody on the stock exchange that's a real estate company, if any, actually any company, but if you really want to know the health and the fitness and what direction the market's headed in, just take a look at the real estate stocks. Take a look at the markets and see what all those real estate companies are doing now. It's a race to the bottom. Opendoor is about to hit zero. They're at bankruptcy risk. And you see, here's the realities. If we're not sugarcoating it and we're just giving real talk here, have we been giving real talk here? I believe so. iBuyer programs will only work. Flipping houses at a small scale or a big scale like Opendoor tried will only work while a bubble environment, as it's being orchestrated, as soon as it starts to deflate. That's what we're seeing now. Now, you want to get ahead of the curve and understand which direction, how far this can go? All you have to do is take a look at Opendoor's stock performance. It's telling us, it's predicting the future. Let's go ahead and run that chart real quick, then we'll meet back here to wrap it up. Let's get started. All right, friends, welcome back. So there you go. So that is really a glimpse into the future, because data, always throw the playbook out the window. The data will not save you. It's a lagging indicator, and you got to understand how much you can actually believe. But these markets can be moved in a split second. We're just talking about what we can track at the moment. We're one news event away from a complete race to the bottom. And this thing is brewing. The dart at the map of things threatening, I could go on and on. If you're new, go watch previous videos if you want to know how we got here. Our job is what happened, what it's like now, and more importantly, where we're going. And that's a glimpse into the future, my friends. And like we've talked about millions of times. I don't know about millions, it feels like it. Every single time a housing market bubble has been produced, they've crashed, not 1% of the time, not 2% of the time, 100% of the time. So I'm pretty sure I just witnessed not only any bubble, the biggest bubble ever witnessed in history. And we're seeing the cracks and the fractures economically, socially, you name it, politically. Throw another dart at that map, and we're just going to hit something. So I really just want to continue to read between the lines, look between the cracks, raise awareness, ring the bell, sound the alarm, let people know the biggest artificially created housing bubble will have blowback, the dust will settle, and we will pay the piper. You need proof positive, my friends? Look at Opendoor. They are paying the piper in a big way, a race to the bottom. Their stock values are barely worth $1 a share. They took a 90% haircut on where they were trading at. People are running for the exits. And guess who? The people that we were all worried about were going to come in and scoop up these deals. When it happens, the investors are running for the exits. They're pulling their money out. They're pushing it into bonds or wherever they can try to find assets like gold. The only thing I deal with is a lot is people looking at real estate as a vehicle, but it has to be multi-tenant, income properties, and it has to pencil out. And there's people running for those too. So our solution to the problem is really to examine each property by a property basis, put it under the microscope, understand my job's to call the other side. Hey, we're interested in possibly placing an offer. Would you guys like to see it? What kind of interest you got? We see you're stuck on the market now for months, going through a laundry list of price reductions, unwilling to pull the listing. That tells us you might see the type of offer you don't want to see our offer? Great. On to the next. Because my clients aren't going to fall in love with your property. We're not touring FOMO factories. And we're going to tour those in about a year or two from now. But it's going to be a war zone out there. It's going to be ghost towns. Unfinished housing tracts. Happened in the last bubble. Why shouldn't it happen in this one? Bigger bubble, bigger blowback. In final thoughts, I come to you as a friend, as a content creator. Somebody wants to see you not only win in real estate, win in life, understanding the waters we're swimming in now. You want to get a glimpse into the future? We looked at it today. Opendoor, you're now experiencing a race to the bottom. You've got open houses all over the nation, and they're empty houses, ghost towns. And like I was about to say at the beginning of this video, I know for me to create any urgency to get somebody to shake loose an offer, I got to fill that open house with people. The only way to solve that problem, price. If you don't price right, no one's racing over to your property. You're chasing the market. I'm going to be here to expose it every step of the way because it's not only what we need, it's in fact what we deserve. If you appreciate the content, I want to humbly ask you to give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below. I would love to hear from you. Social media links in the description of this video if you'd like to contact me there, along with links to channels I've appeared on I think you might enjoy. If you need help buying or selling real estate here in America, the biggest network of top-rated agents in the nation ready to assist you, it'd be our honor and our privilege to do so. Email in the description for you as well, or simply email ScottWaltersRealestate@gmail.com and we'll find you there if that's easier for you. Also, if you're watching from your television set today and you enjoyed this video, I know you're going to love the next video, and there's an easy subscribe icon for your convenience. As always, thank you for your time. Please go make it count today, and I'll see you on the next video.